What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing what if Russia had an empire. And before we get into the video, I just want to say a couple things. So, first thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, and I just wanted to say, if you do, thank you, and if you don't, it's fine. But, next thing, and then this next thing, goes for the video. We're doing what if Russia had an empire, and, well, there's no NATO, there's no, and so there's no NATO, there's no UN, and there's no EU or any major alliance. So, let's just get right into the video, and, yeah. So, we're gonna start off with, right before the Ukraine war, Russia has their troops positioned in Crimea, has troops lined along this border, but Belarus goes ahead and decides to straight up join Russia. But, you see, that's not that big of a changer. Except for now that Russia has complete mobilization and can now just go completely down, ending to the capital. But they now have troops all lined. Russia now has troops lined all along the Ukrainian and Russian border, which is technically something like this. So, but you're gonna have Russia, instead of declaring war on Ukraine first, you're gonna have them declaring war on the Baltics, not the Baltics, the Balkans. Yeah, there we go, Balkans. And, well, Russia quickly goes ahead and makes a spearhead, and they do move quite quickly and end up taking most of the central. So, now with Russia completely cutting the rest of Lithuania off from the rest of them, they start to crumble, and the rest surrenders because, well, they were pretty much pushed up against the Russian border. And then eventually they get kicked out completely, and, well, Russia just completed their first country, and their capital's like right there. But you have them marching across the border, and honestly, they know that this war is finished. But the only way that they'd be able to live is if Russia can somehow convince. Well, the only way that Russia could, like, not fully be able to annex all of these guys is if they can convince Finland not to join the war. Because obviously they'd beat Finland in a war. But, well, they just don't really have the chance to. But Russia starts a spearhead out here, and it kind of just looks like this. So they're going to cut off the rest of these two countries from the rest of. So yeah, they're just gonna cut off these guys from over here. So, but the reason why Russia isn't pushing through is because, well, there's a river, a big one also. So Russia has just been getting naval superiority in this area, and they are absolutely destroying this, and there might be a naval invasion that happens along here. But you have eventually the encirclement being completed, and at this point the president is about to be forced to give their unwilling peace, like unwilling surrender. But luckily Finland decides to join on the side of the Baltics, the Baltics. But Russia kind of expected this, so they were completely ready when they got noticed that Finland troops were moving close to the border. And technically, Russia was the one that declared war on them, but it ended out looking like this right after. So Russia moved their troops in quickly, but winter's coming in, and they're not going to make the same mistake that they've before. So So, back down here, Russia is able to make some advancements, and they do go ahead and start a spearhead out, and end up taking, the capital, and, oh my gosh, Google, I was not talking to you. I was recording a video, and Google just decided to start talking. Okay, sorry about that. But I was talking about a naval invasion, and, well, Russia just got air superiority over, all of the rest of, the rest of what's left of this, because Russia has been bombing the heck out of this country. Like, Estonia, they've been bombing the heck out of Estonia, and they are about to, well, they just got naval invaded. And they do made up with that border, but now, with Russia able to have a foot holding there, they also go ahead and setting for winter, except for making a little naval invasion right here and right there. They made some naval invasions just so they were able to, but once it's summer again, and the water's no longer frozen, they're going to make a naval invasion up here. And Finland obviously does not know that. They're still expecting Russia just to continue their advances out from there. But, it's now summer again. Russia was able to make a little bit of advances right here. But Finland troops are finally down here because they had to wait a little bit because it was getting really cold. And Russia was immediately pushed back, and, well, yeah, Russia even was pushed back mostly out of Finland, but they do still have a couple grabs, like, here and there, some a little bit more noticeable than the others, but, the rest of their border is pretty much stalemated, so this whole border is stalemated. Obviously, there's still fighting happening, but it is stalemated right there. But, something else does end up happening is Russia goes ahead and carries on with that plan. They didn't really care that they were getting pushed out from here, but what they did care about is that if Finland was able to capture right here, then they know that Finland will start advancing into Russia. So they want to carry on with this naval invasion as fast as possible, and because if they can't, then Finland won't. And if they can, Finland will pull troops out and be able to push there, and Russia should just be able to quickly swoop back in and stop Finland from advancing. But so they go ahead and do that naval invasion. They've been getting ready for all winter and all this time, but Finland did not care. They literally just took troops from their capital, not too many, but just stalemated this border. And now Russia knows that they're going to be a little bit messed up. And everyone's looking at Russia like, huh, you used to be a top 3 power. But now you're getting invaded. But eventually, Finland does start their advance into Russia, but this is when Russia's like, oh, okay, well, and, well, Russia is now terrified, because they have made, well, they are now, well, so, Belarusian government, he was just drafted into the military. He was sent up to the front line, and his squad was the first ones to win a battle since Finland started their advances. Russia wants to make it back up. So Russia's plan is to come back and well, their plan is to come up through here, come up here, and encircle all these troops, because there's about 30,000 troops in this half alone, and there's like another 15,000 down here. So that's a lot of troops. But Finland does not know that. But Russia's advances were quickly able to be made, and Finland and those troops are now encircled. Sorry guys, I was thirsty, so I just had to get some liquid juice, more likely. But you end up having Russia completing that encirclement by like actually encircling, like no contact at all, because they just had very bad supplies there. But they just got now they're completely encircled, and they are now forced to surrender. And Russia pretty much just sent them onto the Ukrainian border, because Russia is kind of still expecting Ukraine to join this war closer to the end to protect itself. Actually, Ukraine was about to declare war on Russia about 10 days ago, until before it looked like this, when it still looked like the blue team could sign a peace treaty and the blue team would gain land. But not no more. Spearhead is started, and they are now forced to give their unwilling surrendering. Obviously, there are still troops up here. But they get sent back to Finland, and Finland is now starting to realize that it was probably a mistake not thinking about this, because this naval invasion was able to make advances, and same with this front line, the Russian and the other front line, they were able to make advances and completely encircle the capital. So now with a lot new veteran soldiers on the front line, and they're kind of freshed up, got all new gear, gotta go home for a little bit. About 3 months they gotta go home for, see their wife, find out their wife was cheating, go back to the military heartbroken and ready to die. But an encirclement is now completely, and the government is now trapped here, and he took off a plane, and it was flying over, and it was about, and so this is what it should have looked like, because it was pretty camouflaged plane. It flew really high, flew really quiet, and really fast. But it should have looked like this. Landed right here. The president would have taken another one and landed in Sweden, and well, that isn't what happened. Good thing for the Russians, because the Russians, they were on patrol right here, their air force, and one of them accidentally went too high, saw the plane, thought it was a war craft, and shot it down. And the Finland government was killed, and after about 40, no, I want to say 4 months, the capital and the rest of the land was captured, and the rest of Finland was forced to surrender. But I'm going to drop the peace treaty, and I will see you guys in a second. So this is the peace treaty. Russia just completely annexed all of Finland and all of the Baltics. But so Russia does go ahead and declare war on Ukraine. Moldova kind of joined this war, but just to kind of kick out the Russians from their land. So because well, Moldova was kind of done with this, so they went ahead and just kind of declared war on Russia. Basically, this got the Russian government really mad, so they declared war on Moldova. So, yeah. But there is now an anti-Russian alliance. Any country that you see in purple is a part of this alliance, and it is, well, a lot of countries that aren't so fond of this right now. Like this one, Greece. Actually, no, Greece does not join. Greece is just closely aligned with the purple team. Neither does Bulgaria. Bulgaria doesn't join either. Switzerland and Norway joins. South Korea, and same with Japan. Japan also goes ahead and joins this alliance. But no one's really so happy about this. Well, they're not no one. Like, obviously the purple team is happy with this, but so Russia's like, okay, you want to play alliance game? We'll play alliance game. They're like, no, you don't get alliance. That's not fair. They said, yes, it is. And they're like, no, it isn't. And Russia says, okay, womp womp. They somehow, don't ask me how, but they definitely did not change the government in Germany to like them. So Germany's now part of that alliance. Turkey goes ahead and joins. Serbia and Hungary join. Boom, boom. That's about it. These two, I know these two aren't so fond of each other, but meh. Iran, and then Pakistan joins, which threatens India, so India joins the Purple Alliance, and China goes ahead and joins this. And same with North Korea. So, now it's a whole big thing, because it is almost worldwide. But Russia, they were kind of in the process of like overthrowing the government in Kazakhstan. So, you know, once that happens, Russia's gonna just completely annex it and then move on to the rest of these guys. But so back to the Ukraine, Moldova, Russian war. Obviously, Russia still has a lot of troops now lined up, like even more freshed up troops, and well, Ukraine is a little bit scared, and Russia does even better because, well, Ukraine is getting the support from the purple team, but that's not really much compared to what they were actually getting in real life, and what they are getting in real life. Little offensive starts out right here. Another little offensive out here. And a whole bunch of, only 2 big ones out here. So now with Russia having so many little pockets in in Ukraine, Moldova kind of regrets their decision because, well, Russia just made a naval invasion. It was directly towards these guys. So now Russia can somewhat support them, and this is kind of good because this kind of blocks out support from the Purple Alliance, which actually they did end up getting when Russia took this little, because there was a train track going right through here. Don't quote me on that, but there's a train track that goes right through here, and well, yeah, it looks like that, because well, but Russia found about 10,000 guns and 5,000 bullets. Don't ask me how that works. Trust me, it doesn't. About right here, and they're still finding more being sent as well. Russia is completely like destroyed this train track because bombing, but Russia is pretty much just bombing this complete area, just absolutely destroying it. But Russia does start a new offensive, and it goes really well, and they are able to take Kiev, and encircle troops up here. But obviously Russia knew that this wasn't gonna last, but they just took a lot of their main plan was just to make Ukraine take a lot of casualties and Russia not so many casualties, and actually it worked. The Russians did retreat, but that was the plan, but they might have retreated a little bit too far. This pocket just got pushed out a little bit. But something that did go to plan even better is this pocket right here. All three of these these two pockets were able to meet up, and then meet up with the big one. So now Russia has a complete front line right here on the eastern part, and well, they decide to pull out from over here because they were actually starting to face mass losses, and they just decided to hold this area. Like, they just decided to hold up here in Belarus, well, the old Belarusian land. So they just decided to hold right there, and they did start a little new offensive, and they did complete that, but they honestly weren't able to get much farther, and actually they were pushed back from the river, because Ukraine's plan is to at least hold off Russia from the river that goes through right here. It looks something like this. It looks something like that, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. So with Ukraine just wants to hold them off from that river, and Russia does have a little bit. They are pretty much at the river, a little bit right there. But Ukraine is now starting to be told to come out and take down like this, which honestly Russians were also told to pull out because they got a lot of people out from here. So they were pulled out and brought back up to here. But Russia goes ahead and starts to go for the retreating Ukrainians, and they actually started to kill a lot because, well, the Ukrainians were running, because the Ukrainians started running back to the border of the river. But, well, the Russians followed them and shot them in the back, and this is honestly what it looked like. Oh no, so this is a Ukrainian soldier. Oh no, I'm running away from the Russians. Like, and then here's their helmet. So that's their helmet, we'll say. Oh no, I'm running away from the Russians. And then, the Russians. Rah, I'm here. Rah. Pew pew. That's their gun. Don't ask me why his neck is so long. And then he goes pew and shoots him in the back, and then It's like brah, brah, brah. So that's pretty much what's happening a lot right now. And Ukraine is now facing mass casualties. Oh my gosh. I hate to redraw this. Give me a second, guys, because I made the mistake of coloring over borders, and it left me looking like this. That doesn't look that bad, actually. Okay, so Russia does now go ahead and start their. So they go back to following that, but they do start to slow down, and casualties start to slow down on both sides because it's winter. Oh, sorry, because it's winter, and now with Russia no longer really advancing, well, again, Russia isn't defending Belarus so well, and the blue team makes advances into Belarus because I just kind of realized that when they were pushing to Russia, it was just Belarus's land pretty much, and now they're just pushing into Belarus. But Russia does not care right now, honestly. They just figure if they can push out to the river, hold the river, and then, yeah. But winter is no longer gone, and Russia was able to completely reach the river. And, well, they go through with that plan. They push out the Ukrainians, and everything just goes quiet for a little bit. Except for it isn't. There is mass fighting right here. Because we're going to say that there's a city right here. And it is very important for Russia. It does not look like that. It's more like this. This is very important. This would be a game changer. But Russia goes ahead and drops a big missile on that city. They drop some right here on some major, like this is where a lot of military is. They drop it on, they go ahead and drop on the Moldovan capital. It's like right there. Nope, wrong one. Okay, and then so now with Russia dropping those, Ukraine goes ahead and drops their only one, and they kind of miss, and it lands right on the river. So, thank you, because that just created a pathway for Russia to walk right through. Yep, that's the reason why Ukraine just lost this war. No, I'm joking. Who knows who wins this war? Definitely not me, and definitely not you guys, because it's definitely not a Russian video. I'm going to switch that, because I don't like how that looks. But they're going for the encirclement of the last of the troops that were right here that was being evacuated. And they were actually successful with encircling all the troops. And they were told to take no prisoners. And I think you know what that means. And Russia, Russia annihilates them. And with most of the Ukrainian army now left down here, they were told just to get out. Don't stop, just run. How well do you think that went? I'd say only about 5,000 troops were saved. And the rest were encircled and, well, not taken prisoner. But finally, Russia was able to take what they've done before, but still not what they actually really, well, not what they intended to lose. But Moldova goes ahead and surrenders, and same with Ukraine. And, well, you can kind of tell the peace treaty. Russia goes ahead and fully annexes all of Ukraine. And see, Russia was finally successful with the Kazakhstan project. That's what they called it, the Kazakhstan project, or however you say that in Russian. And it just completely falls over to Russia. So this now is able to start the offensive into well, the rest of the stands. So let me just quickly erase this border. Gotta go fast. And then I should be good right here. So now Russia sends all of these guys an ultimatum and says either join me or you die. All of them joined except for one. And they said, "Come on, guys, don't do this. You guys can still live." And well, you can see how that went. They joined because, well, they're scared of Russia. They've seen what they've done to, because Russia has committed some war crimes to the Ukrainians and the Ukrainian people, the Finland people, and the Baltic people. And it is, when I say war crime, I mean actual war crimes. And even out of war, they are treated like they are still at war with them. And, well, it's not good. And these guys are now getting treated nice because they just joined. So they go ahead and, well, they come to their senses because, well, they also realize what will happen. But now with pretty much all of the Soviet Union reunited, Russia was now forced to hold an election. Definitely not by the U.S. because the U.S. is starting to get scared because people are now starting to say that Russia is going to overtake the U.S. because, well, you also got to remember, in this alternate timeline, Russia is buffed and they're already really strong. So, yeah. But, you can now kind of realize, you're now starting to realize that, well, Russia's about to destroy, all of these guys. Well, they make the smart decision and just join. Even with one of the people that were in their alliance, they're still scared of Russia. Oh, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. So, how's your day? How's your Friday been? Because I'm recording this on Friday the 13th, so happy Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh, can I not erase this border properly? Thank you. But yeah, happy Friday the 13th, guys. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video so far. And if you guys want to see any other Empire videos, just like if you guys want to see any other Empire videos, just drop it in the comments. I will do it, and because I replied all my comments also. But yeah, and if you guys want to see downfalls of empires, just comment that, and I will start doing that. Like I'll make a second video on it. But so yeah, now with Russia completely annexing all of the Soviet Union and Finland, it's kind of like, where do we go from here? Well, they can't really go anywhere. If they go down into Afghanistan, well, you know what happened last time when they went into Afghanistan. They could go into Mongolia, but China wouldn't really like that, so probably not Mongolia. How about the Middle East? Oh wait, you don't border the Middle East because you let Turkey into your alliance, which means you can't move through Turkey. You let Iran into your alliance, so you can't move through Iran to gain more land. And see, the Purple Alliance is pretty much stopping you from going into any other country in Europe, like Bulgaria, like right there. That stopped them. Over here, that stopped the Purple Alliance stopping them, and then the Purple Alliance is stopping them from getting through here. So the Purple Alliance is doing their job at stopping the Russians, and the last couple things that happen is, well, some countries do feel threatened, and they decide to join on the side of the Purple Alliance. But some countries also decide to join on the Russians alliance, like Mongolia, Afghanistan. Surprisingly, was it? Oh my gosh, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, and that was honestly about it. Well, I could coloring what is it? I totally forgot what it is. Indonesia, but I don't really want to. But they do kind of get the last laugh with Africa, because they started moving to Africa, like some of these guys. They moved in. Like Russia took most of the old French's colonies, like all of this, except for them. They took Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, and that's about it for up there. They take, yeah, they just kind of, Russia is sending a lot of troops into these countries, technically invading them, but just demanding that they change governments and, well, or just join the alliance. So that's what's mainly happening. But Russia is now a world alliance, not just in Asia and Europe, and some countries over here do end up joining. If Mexico and or Cuba join, the U.S. would probably declare war. But at this point, they could not win a war. They'd end up starting off the war pretty good. They'd be able to like take out Mexico and the Cuba, but then the Russians would naval invade them through over here. They get through here, push through over here, come down. They wouldn't go through Canada because I'm in love with Canada, so they probably end up coming through here and knocking out the U.S. with all of the help of their allies. And, well, actually, no, they'd probably come down, save their allies first, come through Cuba, up, and then take the U.S.'s capital and make the U.S. surrender. So, boom. Yeah, and then, yeah, in Paraguay. So, this was pretty much about all the Russians' expansion. They are now pretty much the new NATO. If you declare war on one of these countries, you're messed up. So, honestly, what's really stopping them from declaring war? Well, obviously, now the U.S. goes ahead and joins the side on the Purple Alliance, but, same with Canada. Canada just joined, so that's kind of stopping, the Russia from going into any really country. Obviously, the rest of Europe does fall over to the Purple Alliance very slowly, but yeah, that's about it. Brazil goes ahead and joins the Purple Alliance, but that's about it. Same with Paraguay. So maybe the Purple Alliance would be able to stall Russia for a little bit and make that they would be able to, like, Mexico would only be able to take anything below this line. Same with Cuba. And then Russia would only be able to take anything behind this line. It's like most of Poland, a little bit of Italy, and then, no, India would just be wiped off the face of the planet by Pakistan, China. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this this video. I know I enjoyed making this video for you guys. I might sound a little sick. I might be sick. My throat hurts. So that's why I was drinking liquid. And that's why there's like just some silent pauses. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.